Scott, thank you. Just into the THV11 newsroom, Little Rock School District Superintendent Mike Poore announces a lawsuit against the state of Arkansas for the act banning mask mandates. This comes after Governor Asa Hutchinson issued a public health emergency declaration on Thursday and announced a special session with the legislature to amend the law. Poore says he is, quote, not confident that will occur and is filing the lawsuit to take the issue to the courts. The full suit will be released this afternoon. We'll have much more for you tonight on THV11 News at 5 and 6. And let's get to our latest COVID-19 numbers right now as we continue to experience this surge. The latest report includes the most new cases reported in Arkansas since January. According to the Department of Health, we have 2,843 new COVID-19 cases. And this chart on your screen shows the full history of cases in Arkansas since the pandemic started last March. The state hasn't had this many new cases in 24 hours since January 21st. More than 17,000 cases are active right now. For the first time this week, hospitalizations are down. 9 fewer people than Wednesday are fighting the virus in hospitals around the state. That total is now at 1,055 patients. Still, we've had at least 1,000 Arkansans hospitalized with the coronavirus since Tuesday. The U.S. is falling behind other developed nations in vaccination rates despite the wide availability of the vaccines in this country. That, health officials say, is part of the reason the Delta variant is spreading so quickly throughout the states, including right here in Arkansas. Skylar Henry has the latest.
New data from the CDC shows the Delta variant of the coronavirus is much more contagious than previously thought. CBS News has confirmed a Washington Post report on an internal CDC document that says the Delta variant may spread as quickly as chickenpox. CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky referenced the report during her interview with CBS This Morning on Wednesday.
New data that we've seen just in the last several days, but corroborated several times, is that if you are vaccinated and you are one of those rare breakthrough infections, you actually have the capacity to pass it to somebody else.
The document states the CDC must publicly acknowledge the war has changed. It argues the agency has struggled to persuade the public to embrace vaccination and preventative measures such as mask wearing. The Post reports Dr. Walensky privately briefed lawmakers about the content of the report this week, and the new data helped prompt the new CDC mask guidelines. The agency revised its guidelines this week, saying even vaccinated people should wear masks indoors in areas where COVID rates are high.
We need to wear a mask to protect each other and to stop the rapid spread of this virus as we work to get more people vaccinated.
Thursday, President Biden announced he's requiring federal workers and contractors to be vaccinated or be masked, tested, and socially distanced while at work.
What I'm trying to do is keep people safe. I mean that sincerely. So, if in fact you're unvaccinated, you present a problem to yourself, to your family, and to those with whom you work.
The Pentagon announced the military will follow the same rules and may eventually require all troops be vaccinated. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Washington.
In addition to Arkansas, there is pushback in some areas to mask and vaccine mandates. Texas Governor Greg Abbott signed an executive order last night prohibiting mask and vaccine mandates at agencies and businesses that receive funds from the state. It also forbids local governments in Texas from mandating masks. Extra help could soon return to Arkansans who are still out of work from the pandemic. A federal judge has ordered the state to resume offering an extra $300 in federal unemployment assistance. That comes after Arkansans who lost those benefits sued to get them back. State Commerce Secretary Mike Preston explains the court order does not lead to any immediate changes. He says there's no reason to get in touch with the Division of Workforce Services just yet.
I do want to stress that not to pick up the phone and start calling or, thinking that things are going to be immediately back in. I mean, if it was, it would be a process in order to get to that point.
The $300 would be over and beyond the usual state unemployment program. Secretary Preston says the state plans to appeal the judge's decision. In 2019, more than 3,100 people were killed in accidents involving distracted driving. Many states have laws against using devices when behind the wheel. Michael George has results from a new study that looked at how effective they are.
New York State police officers said goodbye to one of their own in April. Trooper Joseph Gallagher was putting flares on the side of the road when a car hit him. Investigators say the driver was texting at the time. Joel Feldman knows the pain of that loss. His daughter Casey was killed by a distracted driver in 2009.
The world is certainly not so well off after her death. She would have made a big difference.
Most states have some kind of ban against texting or calling while driving, but 21 states have gone a step further, enacting laws against all handheld cell phone use, including calling, texting, and using apps.
These comprehensive laws, are they working?
Yes, they are working.
Dr. Motao Ju with Nationwide Children's Hospital is lead author of a new study that found comprehensive hands-free laws prevent about 140 driver deaths and nearly 14,000 driver injuries each year. But laws that only ban texting or calling aren't nearly as effective. Researchers recommend all states adopt rules that prevent drivers from handling phones, especially teenagers.
They have the highest crash rate, so they shouldn't use any cell phone at all while driving.
I don't accept that people won't give up phones. What I say is we haven't reached them the right way.
Feldman now speaks to drivers of all ages and even young children about the dangers of being distracted behind the wheel.
We're teaching little kids how to speak up. Mommy, Daddy, I love you, but I don't feel safe when you look at your phone while driving me.
Feldman says laws are helpful, but it's up to individuals to prioritize safety and put down the phone. Michael George, CBS News, New York.